So coming on to the rapid fire round now.
Lovely. My favorite canteen food. Everybody says samosas, samosas, samosas. What is so special about it? The smell is not good. What is there in the toilet? You want to have a party in the toilet? I told my sister Farida Buzorgi, she's my sister who was a teacher in the school. My son, when we came, he was standing at the gate and he was crying and screaming, "You forgot me in the school."
What are some of the key traits that you think a primary or a pre-primary teacher should possess?
Of course, first is qualification. Of course, she should be qualified. That is the main thing.
Yeah.
But according to me, the most important trait, I feel the teacher should have love for children. Should have patience. Not just becoming a teacher for the pay, taking a pay packet home and just coming to school and teaching and going out is not going to be the right. You have to understand each child, talk to them, listen to them. So love for children and patience is very important. She has to listen. That communication should be there between the teacher. Some teachers only talk, they don't listen. And to gauge how the child feels on that day. Like sometimes, when you have a test or something, a child might not attend, although the child is clever. Child is a clever child, and the child might not attempt the paper. Maybe something is blocking the child. Maybe something happened at home, something happened in the school bus, somebody said something bad to the child and the child is hurt. Maybe that's why he cannot write or she cannot write. So these things have, you can say, oh, today is forgotten, very bad, 0. A child copies. Even for copying, there's a reason why he's copying. He writes a chit and we have to find out why he's doing that, because learning is easier than making a chit and copying. Isn't it?
Yes, sure.
Learning it is easier than writing on chits and removing and opening from a box. According to me. So while a child is going through at that time writing those things, there must be some reason why he's doing it. Something at home or something in school where he's unhappy about it. Something is troubling him. We just say, I'm giving you 0 because you're copycat. That doesn't. So the teachers have to understand. Just catching a child and bringing to the principal or supervisor. When they bring them to me, I do talk to them so nicely and make them understand, and they all go home. They go back to school smiling and say, sorry, teacher, and sit down. The teacher bring them to me. So they're happy to come to me, I think, sometimes. Because talking to children is very important. That teachers have to understand a lot.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. I'm sure you all must be connecting things to yourselves also.
Yes, ma'am.
I think teaching is more difficult than studying.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, that's true.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. True.
Now, and now it's been so nice hearing you talk about the aspects or the attributes that a teacher must have, and we can clearly see that you love doing what you do and you love being a pre-primary teacher. But what is it in specific about being a pre-primary teacher that you enjoy the most, that keeps you going to school after all these years?
I think pre-primary, my section where I go is no 2 days are the same. Like today I plan I'm going to do ABCD. But when I go to class, my whole, it's not like, I don't know whether high school you all have the same monotonous thing like teachers teaching and explaining and question answers and that's all. But in pre-primary, every day is different depending on the child, on the class. So when I go to teach something, I do something else only in the middle. I don't even finish what I planned for the day because something else comes up, because the things are so different and the atmosphere is different every day in the class. So that is what I enjoy about it. So although I have planned this, but my planning goes accordingly, but I have more fun because no 2 days in my class are the same.
So, ma'am, you must have encountered so many students, ma'am. So you must have encountered the mischievous ones also, ma'am. So how do you handle them, ma'am?
I tell you something, I like the mischievous ones better more than the good ones. No, I'm not saying good, the silent ones. Because they are the life in the class. The class is very quiet, it looks so dull, as I told you.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
class looks sick. Naughty children are the life of the school, I tell you. They make noise, they interact with the teacher. Of course, I would not like hitting and biting. No, that I would not. Naughty is not biting and hitting. I'm saying biting because in the pre-primary they bite. As you all grow older, you all don't bite.
Yes, ma'am.
Small one, so biting, hitting, hurting someone, I would hate it. That makes me angry. But being naughty and singing song and pulling things and eating somebody's tip, that is naughtiness.
That must
Should
bring
go
back a lot
over.
of memories for Laksh.
Yes.
Sure,
Laksh
man,
used,
sure.
yeah, and you won't believe it when the high school boys, in fact, when they're called to the principal's office and they stand with their hands, heads down and their hands behind their backs. And I always say, Jessica, this boy is very good. He was so sweet when he was small. He can't be naughty. He's only naughty. He will not do anything bad. But the high school the complaints are so grave and so complex. And I wonder how can this child do that? When he was small, he was naughty, but not so bad. He was naughty. You know what I mean? And those children do very
Yes,
well
sir.
in the boards.
Yes, ma'am.
The naughty ones who are punished to call to the office, they're not so bad because when they were small, they were naughty. Naughty is what naughty. That's not bad.
That's
Being
nice.
naughty.
Okay, so with the new education bill coming in, has the curriculum changed a lot as for the kids of the primary section?
I would not say it has changed much. I would not say pre-primary, of course, not change because, of course, A to Z we can't change. We can't change 1 to 100. That is something that has to
No,
stay and
no.
has to go into your head.
Yeah.
Now,
Sure, sure.
primary, I would feel that the syllabus has changed in what way. I tell you now, they have to do more projects. Like the syllabus is the same, chapters are the same, but they are more like we show them more CDs or the books come with CDs. The teacher has more question banks with them.
E-learning.
No, so the books have become a bit modern.
Yeah.
So that all those things have changed. The topics are the same, but they are more presented in a different way, with more colorful pictures and CDs and projects and all that which teachers do. And children get marks for that instead of just studying and writing. In fact, this year we are doing online exams because of this
Yeah,
pandemic,
yeah, sure.
and we are teaching our children Google Forms. High school has already done it, of course.
Yeah.
In the first term. Now this term we are teaching the third and the fourth to write the answers on Google Form. And even first and seconds are being taught. Your classes even for the first and second.
Oh,
Oh,
Not only for the third and fourth.
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
First and second also have computer classes. I was just telling Jessica we should have for higher KG also. They know more than us sometimes. Even they can even
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So she said, you all teach them yourselves. One day you teach them what is the CPU and what is this, and that I'm going to teach them one day.
Yeah, yeah, that is
Yes.
basic knowledge.
Basic knowledge of computer, which they already know.
Uh,
So, ma'am, you've been in school for the past 33 years, ma'am.
I
So,
joined
with
in
your experience,
1988.
yes, ma'am. So, with your experience, ma'am, how do you think are important the first 5 years, the primary years of a student, how important they are for a child, ma'am?
And the first 5 years are the most important years of a child's life, I tell you, because that's the time, 90% of our brain has already developed. You all don't realize this. A child will say, "Bachcha hai." Parents sometimes say, "Nahi likh raha hai." Oh, chota bachcha hai. They just put that bachcha hai karke aside. But the child is learning such a lot in those 5 years at home as well as in school. And the main thing they learn at home when their eyes are open and they're listening to parents fighting or parents talking, all that. That's the main thing they learn, and they're forming their personality at that time. It's like their brain is like a sponge. They're absorbing everything which we don't realize. Now, whatever you all are, maybe you all don't realize when you're 5 years old what has happened in your house. But I'm sure your nature, your personality just now, if you go backward in time, if you think, you will realize that this is because I was like this. I was being taught. That is why I'm like this.
Yeah.
Yes, your studies and all. When you grow up, you will be a big man. You'll become a doctor. You'll become an engineer. You'll become an architect, whatever. But
Yes,
the
ma'am.
basic foundation of your personality is at that age, from 1 to 5. 5 years, because 90% of your brain is developed. Don't think children are children at that age. Yes, they are,
Yeah.
but they have so much retaining power in them. Observation. The observation power is excellent.
Mm.
I'm telling you, please remember that. When you all become fathers, especially of babies, when you open your mouth in front of them, you think 100 times before you open your mouth. So teachers have to be very careful. And they're smart. Then they know which side to take and which side not to take. In school also, they know teachers scolding me, so I'll go home and tell mommy this. Mommy will get angry on teacher. Or if I'm not done this, I'll go tell my teacher that mommy did this. No, they're smart. They're observing everything.
Yeah.
They are not children. That is the main foundation years for a child to form their personality.
Ma'am, another thing that we did want to ask you is, has the culture of tuitions diffused into primary school now?
Primary or nursery also they take tuitions nowadays. It's horrible. I hate people taking tuitions. I hate it. I hate it. And I feel that tuition teachers, according to me, tuition teachers take the money, taught the page, homework kiya, done. Work is over. But when a mother teaches, she teaches from her heart. She wants you to learn something and become better. The tuition teacher doesn't want to learn something and become better, according to me. She just wants to take her pay home, right? So that's why I hate teachers giving homework. We don't have a homework system in our school. Pre-primary, we have no homework. And primary also, we don't have. We try to avoid homework. Only for maths, we give them practice. But parents, because one child is taking tuitions or the other child is going for classes, it's competition. So they want, my child also goes for tuitions. So they keep on adding the classes for the children. Show their status. If mother is working, I would not say it's wrong. Because most of the mothers are working now. They come home late at night.
Yeah.
Right? So that time I think tuition might be important for a child to finish his work or study. I don't know, because I've never given tuitions to my son. I was his tuition teacher after 5 o'clock. I tell him, after 5 o'clock, I'm a tuition teacher for 1 hour and you will not ask for water, you will not sleep on my lap. That time he used to sit straight. 1 hour, no water, no sleeping on the lap. That is tuition teacher's job. After that, you can sleep on my lap. So the mother has time that. I'm against tuition, actually. I'm talking of primary classes. I'm not talking of high school at all.
What is your opinion on the access that kids today have to technology, and do you feel it's helpful or detrimental, or what are your thoughts?
Technology, I feel sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not. Because most of the children, the parents are not monitoring the children at all. And they just, when I open sometimes in my mistake, I go on some sites which I get a shock. I say, oh God, this is on TV. And on the laptop, I get a shock. I said, how can this be in some children's program it starts, So children also don't understand. It's so difficult for parents to monitor that, I feel. And then the second that day, in fact, I was talking to a parent of the nursery section. Can you believe it? The father was saying the child is not coming for the classes. He wants to just sit and play. I just said, take his toys away. Put them away for 1 hour. After 1 hour, you give it to him. Let him sit for the class. So he's saying, no, I make him sit for the class. He knows what to change. He changes everything on the computer and he plays games. That's the toy. Because he knows how to play. How do you have to change things on the computer? Imagine a nursery child who's 3 years, 3+. The father makes him sit forcibly. Instead of seeing the teacher, my father goes to this way. He changes everything and he plays games. And he refuses to come back to the class. So that's again a bad thing. Children are learning something which is not right also. I feel technology is not right. It has to go step by step.
Yeah.
Just now every parent has got one laptop or a mobile for their child for online classes. And they don't monitor what's happening.
That's
Child is playing with the mobile. The mother say, oh God, he's studying, learning something new. But what they are seeing is dangerous.
So I think since this is maybe one of the first few generations that have had access to it so early on, we don't really know how it will impact.
Everybody has got a mobile phone, Android, which they can see anything besides education and Zoom classes, which is scary.
So coming on to the rapid fire round now.
Lovely. Are you going to give me coffee also?
No, ma'am. Sadly not.
Ma'am, low budget, ma'am, low
Send you a
budget.
virtual coffee.
So your first question would be, what is your spirit animal, ma'am?
Spirit animal, I would say I feel like a lion.
You feel like
Very nice.
What is your favorite school picnic destination?
I would say Powai Lake. That's where we always went from convent school, Powai Lake. School education.
So who gets the tastiest lunch in the staff room? Primary section.
I tell you who gets the tastiest lunch in the staff room. I tell you sometimes I've never eaten anybody's lunch. I think they're scared to share it with me. Because I've never eaten anybody's. I never go in the lunch break to the staff room. But the tastiest lunch, I would say, Janvi Kapadia, who's a pre-primary teacher. I eat with her because she was a
Wow.
student who shared lunch with me.
Wow,
But I
that's
don't
so
think I've
sweet.
eaten anybody else's lunch. So I wouldn't know. I eat my own lunch. Systematic. We don't share.
What is a primary student's favorite spot in school, ma'am?
A primary student's toilet. Everybody wants to go toilet only. You ask me. And I always ask them, what is so special? The smell is not good. What is there in the toilet? You want to have a party in the toilet? Everybody wants to go to the toilet. If one gets up, 10 go behind her. Behind her or him. I'm sure you all also like the toilet the best. Yes or
Sure,
no?
ma'am, sure. Yes, ma'am, yes.
But I don't know what you all do. It's just talk, waste time and come out.
Yes, ma'am.
Scared,
I
I
don't
don't know
quite
whatever
know
is there in the bathroom, toilet, nothing affects you all.
What is your favorite canteen food item, ma'am?
My favorite canteen food. Everybody says samosas, samosas, samosas. But you know, sometimes they used to bring bale. I don't know whether you all remember.
Oh,
Bale, you
No,
know,
ma'am.
that Parsi lady used to be there.
Yes, ma'am,
huh?
sure.
Yeah.
We
She
remember
used
the
to get
lady.
in a big container, big container, she used to mix bale and yours. So I used to eat lots of
Oh,
2 plates of bale I used to eat. I will not say samosa and give the normal answer. I'll say something out of
that's great. That's great,
samosas,
ma'am.
of course, everybody likes samosas, which
Of
I
course,
don't
Yeah.
very
of
much
course.
like. I like the chutney more than the samosa. Samosa without the chutney was useless. It's
Uh,
spicy chutney.
I think you'll have a lot of students on edge after having said that one line.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So the next question would be one subject that you would like to add in the primary section, ma'am.
Add. I would like to add a dance class,
Oh,
dancing for the students.
that's good. That's great.
No, one
That's
class
great,
of
ma'am.
dancing. They have PE, they have
Interactive
music.
session.
Dancing also is very important. We only had on the annual day once, but the teachers choreographer comes and makes them dance, and they're so happy. After annual day is over, they are like again unhappy. Dancing is
So the last question for the rapid fire round, ma'am. Arrange these in the order of importance, ma'am. Reading or studying, extracurriculars, and socializing, ma'am.
I would say extracurricular activities are very important. They learn tolerance, they learn everything in extracurricular activities. Then I would say socializing, mixing with people, and then reading and writing. That comes automatically.
That's so well said.
So here's the end for the rapid fire round.
Lovely. Finish, hurrah.
Nice, nice,
That was a
witty
really nice
questions.
performance, ma'am. Ma'am,
Thank
we
you.
hope we
Well
could
done.
give you a coffee hamper, but
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, when we meet, I'll bring some coffee for you all and some cookies also.
a tiny section left. It's called tags. So I'm going to give you one word, and you have to tell me which teacher would best fit a particular
Oh,
tag.
that is very bad. I have to go back to school on Monday.
Storyteller.
Storyteller. I would say Parizat Pardiwala.
Okay.
Tells me a story every day.
Wow,
Oh,
that's so nice.
just like you,
Something
ma'am.
which has happened.
Okay, ma'am. So the next tag is the one who listens to the best music.
I would say, I don't know whether you know her, but it's Debbie Fernandez. She's in the primary section. She's a new teacher.
Okay.
Debbie, she's
Okay.
very good. Annual day also, I take her help for music.
Oh,
Debbie
Oh.
Fernandez, very good teacher.
okay.
Oh.
All right.
A Catholic and young girl, and
Okay.
her sense of music is excellent. She was a good ear for music.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's great.
Right?
That's great. Okay.
They've got very
Then,
good new teachers in the primary now, young teachers.
That's
ma'am,
I'm
good.
sure you
That's
have
good,
not
ma'am.
seen them. So Monday you must come to school and meet all
we
the new
must.
teachers of this.
Sure,
We should.
ma'am.
We should
Sure,
definitely,
sure.
ma'am. We will. Okay. Ma'am, so then the next tag is the wittiest.
The wittiest, I would say, is Mrs. Gitika Wadhwa.
Wow.
Oh.
She has a joke for everything.
Yes, ma'am, that's true.
Always laughing.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
We are both always laughing together. Shamni Balse also was pretty.
Sure, yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? She used to always make
Yes,
everyone laugh.
of course.
Yes.
So I can think of Shamni Balse and Geetika Wadhwa, not funny but witty, I would say, making us laugh and be happy all the time. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
You all remember Shamni Balse, right? You all
Yes,
were
of
there.
course, ma'am. Of course,
Yes,
of course.
yes.
She was always dancing and jumping.
Yes.
She was
Yes, ma'am.
teaching was excellent.
That's excellent. Yes.
Finished?
No, ma'am, we have 2 more tags left. So then, fashionista.
Fashion, that was a Mrs. Pooja Salient.
Okay.
Very fashionable, no means you know.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am,
Yes.
The theatre of fashion is always sense of fashion is excellent.
That's
Always, I
That's
always admire clothes.
And you're not the first teacher to say it as well.
Yes,
And-
ma'am.
That
And on the
was
final-
Pooja, first one. Her hair and her style of it perfect.
Yeah, that's true. And on the final tag is workaholic.
Jessica Daruwala. She's the one who works night and day. Whenever I'm calling her, she's on the computer or no matter what time I call her, she's working. She's working. I can think only of her.
I think, ma'am, every teacher has told us the same answer for
Is
workaholic.
it?
Yeah.
Every
Very
teacher,
hard.
every teacher.
Yeah.
Working, yeah.
So
That's for
Yeah.
the school. So the school will come up. That's important.
So this brings us to the end of a very insightful episode, and I'd like to thank Afsaneh ma'am on behalf of all of us for joining us, and also I'd like to thank all the viewers for tuning in this week. Thank
Thank
you.
all these 3 lovely boys for calling me here today. There's a lovely session. I loved every question you all asked me. And it took me back down memory lane, and I remembered so many things which I had forgotten. Thank you so much, boys.
thank you
Always
so
be
much.
happy and stay safe.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
love you.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.